And a good day to you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here from Android Authority, and today we're going to be dropping an iPad mini and a brand new Nexus 7. Two of the hottest upcoming tablets this holiday season, probably going to be on everybody's wish list. And we're going to do what we do, and we're going to be dropping them here on the Bay of Hong Kong to see which one's more durable. Let's drop them. So you probably remember our iPhone 5 drop test. It was done here in the Bay of Hong Kong. Obviously we have the iPad mini and the Nexus 7, and we're not going to be dropping our tablet, from our ear, because this isn't a phone. Where do people use their tablets? They're going to use them about yay high, just like they'd hold a book, right? Which is around 4.5 feet. So for the purposes of this particular drop test, we're going to be dropping them on their sides, we're going to be dropping them on the back, and we're going to be dropping them face down. Now let's see which one fares better in our drop test. Now it's time for the first part of our drop test, where we drop the iPad mini on its side. Ready? Okay, let's check it out. Okay, just a little bit of minor aesthetic damage to the exterior bezel here. The screen's still intact, fully functioning. Yeah, other than that, we just have two small little dents here, just on the side, nothing major. All right, it's time to drop the Nexus 7 on its side, just like we did for the iPad mini. Here we go. Ooh, not good, guys, not good. Oh. Okay, so we have some really significant damage to the Nexus 7. It actually did shatter. We have, obviously the display cracked in minor regions here, and we already see some plastics coming off. A really significant dent to the side, so it's not looking really good for the Nexus 7 in the first round. And here we are for the second part of our drop test. The iPad mini's held up really well so far. The Nexus 7 not so much, so we're going to be dropping it on its back right now. Let's see how it fares. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, now it didn't actually fall on its back. It was a really hard impact to the side here, and obviously, just like we saw with the S3, because of the thin bezel, it just has a brilliant fracture. The whole display itself is smashed. Is it still working? Oh yeah, the display's still working, so that's good, but obviously really a lot of significant cracks to the display. Really too bad. Or not. All right. So here we are with the Nexus 7. It's the second part of the drop test for it. The iPad mini just smashed and shattered up back there. Let's see how the Nexus 7 does on a rear drop test. Ooh. Okay, guys. Some really bad fracturing here. The plastic's completely chipped off the side of the display. The back itself has popped out a little bit. Yeah, it's not looking so hot for the Nexus 7 right now. And let's just see if it works. Okay, the display comes on. Am I able to unlock it? Okay. I'm unable to actually use the touchscreen anymore on the Nexus 7. It's really unfortunate, but it appears as though it's completely stopped functioning for the display. It does still power up, but I'm unable to use it. So the Nexus 7 didn't fare very well for that particular drop test at all. So here we are, the third and final part for our drop test for the iPad mini. It shows us that no tablet is impervious to destruction. So we're going to be dropping on its face down now, just for the pièce de résistance. Let's see how it fares. Ready? Okay. It's funny, it didn't actually drop on its face down. It's really hard to control that. But as we can see, obviously it is still fractured, the whole display itself. But unlike the Nexus 7, the iPad actually does still appear to be working. No actual scratches or damaging to the rear, but the display is completely fractured and some plastic is actually coming off on the side here. So it's the final time for the drop test for the Nexus 7. We dropped all of the iPad mini and everything like that, so we're going to be dropping on its face now from about 4.5 feet high. Obviously the display is already cracked, but let's see how it does anyway. Nexus 7 face down drop test time. Ready? Ready? Okay. Ooh. Oh, I'm so sorry, baby. Android Jelly Bean goodness. All right, so as we can see, obviously the display is completely fractured. There are elements, glass coming into my hands and stuff. As we found out last time, it is no longer functioning. The back actually popped off on the rear. Sadly, the Nexus 7 tablet, the display doesn't work anymore, and it appears to have sustained more damage than the iPad mini. So guys, don't drop your Nexus 7 like I did 3 times. So we did it again for you. We came to Hong Kong, we got a brand new iPad mini, we got a brand new Nexus 7, and we dropped them in 3 different ways. Now, although both are completely destroyed, And despite the fact that the iPad mini actually has a thinner bezel, the display is still working, whereas the Nexus 7 is completely non-responsive and therefore it can't be used at all. So we'll let you be the judge. Which one do you think held up better in the drop test? Let us know what you think of our videos. Let us know how we can make our drop test better. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel too. It's Darcy Lacouve here with Android Authority, bringing you the world's first drop test of the iPad mini versus the Nexus 7 live from Hong Kong. Damn!